Hey, everybody, good morning. Welcome back to Pelion, South Carolina. And welcome back to our channel, y'all. It is currently 75 degrees Fahrenheit here in Pelion. Beautiful day the Lord has given us. It's going to be a manic Monday. Got my partner in crime, Aries, here with me today. How's it going, Aries? You here to help me out today? No, not really? Okay. Well, you can keep me company. Yep, I'm doing things different today, y'all. Since it's gotten so hot, I've decided to start doing the chickens before I do the worms. So in the morning, so now I'm taking the chicken video in the morning before the worms. Usually I do the worms first and then the chickens, but it's been so hot. So I'm gonna do the chickens first, since that's actually my more difficult task of the day. Hey, how's it going? Oh, ain't you just a cute little booger? Ain't you just a cute little booger? Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. Oh, how y'all like that camera action? Hope I ain't making anybody sick. Oh, sorry. Probably shouldn't do that. I've only had 2 cups of coffee today. I was contemplating that 3rd cup. You want to keep me company? Here, let me give you a little pet. Oh, you don't want pets? Oh, okay. You wanted to come up here and see what was going on, but you didn't want me to pet you, huh? All right. I see how it is. Look at that cockerel right there, y'all. Look at the feathers coming in on them, colors. Ooh, he looking pretty. I can't wait to see what he looks like. Where's the other one? I thought I saw the other one just a second ago. Y'all hear Jack? Y'all, I got a ton, well, I was about to say I got a ton of worm orders. I've got a bunch of worm orders. I've got 5 worm orders to fill. And last night, I got another message from somebody. It would have been the 6th worm order. But they wanted to purchase 3 pounds of worms. And I had to say, hey, let me fill my worm orders I already got. And reassess where I'm at. And I'll let you know. I don't want to promise anybody a bunch of worms and then I can't deliver, you know. So, I'm going to harvest the worm orders. I got 5 worm orders this morning. I'm going to harvest them. And I'll reassess after I harvest them and see what the bins look like. But even if my populations do get depleted just a little bit, it won't take long for those worms to breed up a few thousand more worms. So anyhow, especially the way I feed them. I feed them worms good, so they stay nice and fat and active and pretty much in top breeding condition, I would say. Although, there are some worm farmers that I've seen on YouTube I think do a better job when they separate, like Jane over at Rockin' Worms. When you separate the breeders into different bins and you just have a bin full of breeders and nothing else, you don't have any other stuff in the way like the juveniles or the wisps or, you know, all that other stuff, and not a ton of food or nothing. Man, I'm envious of those people. They've got it going on. Jane over at Rockin' Worms. There's several others too. Some of their names, I forget some of their names right now. But a lot of worm farmers, you know, they separate all the worms into different bins. You know, they have a nursery, they have a place they just put cocoons, they have a place they have juveniles and like intermediate aged, like grow out bins, and they have bins that are for just breeding. You know, that's really interesting. I find those channels fascinating to watch. Here I am in Pelion, just throwing them all in a bin, all of them in one bin. But anyhow, I got a lot of worms. The manufacturer of the Hungry Bin says those things will hold about 16,000 red wiggler composting worms when they're full. Mine's pretty full. I don't know if I got 16,000 though. I would say probably, I don't know, maybe, what do y'all think? Maybe 5 to 10,000, I don't know, maybe 10,000 per bin? I don't know. Who knows? Because I'll go in there and I'll scoop some out and harvest them, and you'll think you got most of them because you took most of the ones out the top. But then you go back in there and you put a little feed in there, and the next day you come back and a whole bunch more worms that were down deep in the bin or down in the bin have done come up to the surface. So it's kind of like, I guess, a way to explain it. It's kind of like an iceberg. That's kind of what it seems like, you know. The part of the iceberg you can see is only about 10% of the iceberg, if you get what I mean. I don't know if that analogy works really well or not for the worm bin, but that's kind of how it seems. What you see near the surface is only the tip of the iceberg. There's more than what you see at the top. So anyhow, I know I'm rambling. 2 cups of coffee, y'all. Supposed to be checking out the chicks. Here I am talking about worms. That's a worm video, Luke. It's not a chick video. You should be talking about the chicks right now. Seeing what they're into, what they're doing. Instead of all that jib-jabbing. Welcome to Yap City, y'all. Population of 1. I did not move the chicken coop today. I did move it. Did I move it yesterday? Yes, I did move it yesterday because one of the chicks got out yesterday and I had to catch it. That was kind of funny. But it was a little nerve-wracking as well, but it was funny afterward. Yep, I moved the chicken coop this morning, but for the chicks, I don't move it every day. I move it about every other day because it takes them a while to work the ground because of how small they are at the moment. Let's get a good shot of Nugget. Nugget, look at him. Look at how tall his legs are, how lanky and stretchy he is. His legs, oh, he got long legs. Ooh, I would love to hang out here with the chicks, but I need to go check Jack and the girls. And after I check them, I gotta go hurry up and go fill those worm orders so I can get them down to the post office. Y'all stay tuned for Jack and the girls. And hey, y'all be sure to tune in for the worm video here in a little while. Today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to fill my worm orders first. And then I'm going to take the worm video of the bins afterwards. I might even take a few shots of me as a video while I'm actually filling the worms and separating the worms from the castings. So y'all stay tuned and come check that out later. But if you want to see Jack and his ladies, just hang tight, y'all. I'll be right back, okay? All right, y'all. Well, I appreciate if you made it this far. God bless you. And y'all come on back now. You hear? Well, Jack's welcoming everybody back to the channel, y'all. And welcome back to Pelion, South Carolina. As y'all can see, Jack's being jerky today already. He's already tried to jump me once while I was putting his water in. So, for some reason, Jack's feeling territorial today. Ain't that right, Jack? Yeah, Jack's feeling pretty jacked. But it's nice. I got him up underneath this shade of this shade tree here in the front yard. filled up the feeder. I gave him some fresh, high-quality H2O. That's right, Jack. That's some high-quality H2O. I moved their coop, like I say, up underneath the shade of this tree here in the front yard. They got a good patch of grass to get on. And it's a beautiful Manic Monday, y'all. Look how good. Jack, you looking good, buddy. I'm not just saying that either. You looking good, Jack. Are you doing something different with your comb and wattles? All right. Ooh, I'm excited about it. A little anxious and excited about filling my worm orders here in a little bit. I hope y'all will come over and join me in my worm video. Hopefully I'll remember to take some video of me filling my worm orders. Today's worm video might be a little different than usual because I'm going to do my worm order first before I do my walkthrough. Because y'all, when I do my walkthrough, a lot of times it scares the worms down. That's right, Jack. A lot of times it scares the worms down into the bin. It makes it harder for me to harvest for my orders. So, yep, today I'm doing it backwards. And since it's hot, I'm going to do the chickens from now on in the mornings first. And then I'm going to fill my worm orders. And then I'm going to take the video for the worms. Unless I don't have any worm orders that day. And then I'll just go ahead and do the worm video. But anyhow, I'm a little anxious. I need to get in there and fill those worm orders. I got a 2-pound worm order. And I got 4 half-pound worm orders. So, got 4.5 pounds of worms going out today. And I got someone else on eBay that's messaged me last night, and they want to pick up 3 pounds of worms. But I had to hold off on them. I want to find out whether I'm going to have, you know, I need to make sure I got the 3 pounds of worms for sure before I decide to sell them. Anyhow, because I don't want to sell my herd down too low. Does that make sense? For all you folks out there that raise worms and farm worms and sell them, do you know what I mean? I mean, you don't ever sell all your herd all the way down, I would think, for sure. You need something to keep repopulating your farm. I don't know. I've heard other folks talk about how they've sourced worms and sold worms, but I ain't into that. Honestly, if I ain't got the worms, then I just ain't gonna sell them, you know. Probably. I ain't gonna fool with it. If I got them, I got them. If I don't, I don't. Know what I mean? Man, it is a beautiful day today. 75 degrees Fahrenheit here in Pelion. Just an absolutely pleasant morning. The most unpleasant part about the morning is Jack's attitude. Sorry to throw you under the bus, Jack. Hey, I gotta tell it how it is, man. That's fair, right? I'm just being honest. Ooh, look at him. Look at him showing out down there. That's handsome Jack, y'all. You know? It don't matter how jerky Jack is. Look how handsome he is. He's mean sometimes to me. Sometimes I'm the victim of a Jack attack when I turn my back. But then when I look at him and see how beautiful he is, I don't know. Something about it. Jack knows he's in charge. That's what's going on. He knows he's in charge. Large and in charge. Now what's hilarious though is my wife Erin will go over there and pick the green beans we grow. Well, right now they're volunteer green beans. We didn't even plant them. But anyways, that's not the point. We got some green beans growing over there, and she'll go pick the green beans, come over here, open the door, and snap the green beans for Jack and the girls, and hand feed Jack and the girls. Jack will sit there and eat out of my wife's hand. And my wife, you know, she's not worried about it. She's not, you know, scared of Jack or nothing. She just sits there and feeds Jack. Here I am, every time I come out here and open the cage door and try to reach in and give him some fresh water and some food, I'm the victim of a Jack attack. I gotta keep see this? I gotta keep this bamboo stick right here handy. Y'all see it? Right here? Let me zoom in on it. See that stick? I gotta keep that bamboo stick here handy, so when I go to put the food and water trough in, I can keep him at arm's length. But here, my wife, she can just reach in there and just hand feed him. No problem. I reach my hand in there, and Jack's gonna look at me sideways and probably gonna Jack attack me. Anyhow, maybe you just don't like me, Jack. I thought we were cool, man. I thought me and you were, you know, I thought we were tight. I thought we was thick as thieves. Nah, Jack's got my back, even when I don't want him to have my back. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ooh, you can use some high quality H2O. Why are you looking at me sideways like that? Well, y'all, I reckon I done let this run too long, and I done yap too much, probably. Well, let me break it off here. I need to go tend to my worms and get them worm orders handled. I got a little, I'm a worm warrior, y'all. I'm anxious. I'm anxious to get those worms harvested up and get them packaged up and down to the post office. All right, y'all. Well, hey, if you're into the red wiggler, that was interesting. She just jumped right over that hen. Well, hey, y'all, if you're interested in checking out them red wigglers and seeing what I'm into in the shed, hey, Aries. Well, y'all, come on. Stay tuned. I'm about to cut this video off here, but come on over to the worm video and check it out. All right, y'all. Well, if you made it this far, I sure do appreciate it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, maybe a sub, maybe subscribe to the channel on your way out the door. I sure would appreciate it. I got lots of silver giveaways we're having. I'm giving one away, giving some silver away when we get to 2,500 subscribers, which is close. Less than 325 now, I think 324. And we'll be giving that 2 American Silver Eagles away. And don't forget about dime time every week. I give away one 90% dime. I give it away on Fridays, usually during the worm video, to whoever makes the most comments in the previous week's videos. Just a dime for your time. I appreciate y'all. And y'all, if you made it this far, I appreciate you. God bless you. And y'all come on back now. You hear? Bless you, Jack.